Okay, so US is ready. US right now, if we see the trade scenario of the world, then it is more or less it is China driven. Okay, right now, if we talk about the trade scenario of the world, then it is China driven. Till some time back, it was completely United States driven, complete. Till 20 years back, it was completely driven by G7 countries. The trade scenario of the world, where the 70% of the wealth, the worldwide wealth, where more than 200 countries are there. 70% of the wealth of the 200 countries was lying with the seven countries. Only 70% of the wealth. United States, Canada, United Kingdom, France, Italy, Germany, and Japan. What remained? These seven nations. France, Germany, Italy, three countries, United Kingdom, four. United States, Canada, and Japan. 70% of the wealth of the world, it was with these seven countries only. So the International Monetary Fund, IMF, or World Bank, all were run by these G7 countries only. Anyone who wants to take loan, then they have to come near to these seven countries, more or less, directly or indirectly. They were doing all the stuff. There was a agency from America called USAID, United States Agency for the International Development. And that USAID had many employees, I believe more than 100,000 employees, United States Agency for the international aids was there, development was there, and Donald Trump government, they have completely abolished it. There is nothing like US aid now. Under the US aid program, and there is FMF program also, foreign military funding. There are many programs that are running by the America. There is United Nations program also, but United Nations maximum funding comes from America only. More or less, the all the development work that was happening in the developing nation or poor nation, those were happening either through United Nations, then indirectly through America or G7 countries only, or they were happening through FMF, I don't know, or US aid program. Okay, these were the earlier scenario. Okay, now as I say, now world trade is being driven by China, not by America, because America is closing down everything. International Space Station, America has done less funding on the ISS now. $3 billion is the fund for the International Space Station per year. America has granted only $1.2 billion just to make sustainable. No research work, nothing will happen now with that money. Only one third of it has given. Means idea is by 2030 the ISS will come down, crash into ocean. America does not want to continue it. But Tiangong space station there in the sky, and it is rotating the earth. Now China is replacing in America in every respect. That is what we are trying to say. Everywhere China is replacing America. Everywhere. Okay, either in electronics product, now in software world also it is inching. Now in the manufacturing of aeroplane, Boeing and Airbus was being developed by G7 nations like United Kingdom, Australia, United Kingdom, Germany, France, Italy. They were making Airbus aeroplane, and America was making Boeing. So more or less, in aviation, the passenger aeroplane was made by G7 nations only. Now C909, C919, C929, C939, C949 from the Comac government company from China, they are making aeroplane. Everywhere China is replacing America. Everywhere, in every sector. Now, there is a one sector that America had was called USAID program, United States Agency for International Development. And that China more or less, not exactly, there is a department that has come in China called One Belt, One Road. One Belt, One Road. That is initiative. That is an initiative from China to do the infrastructure development of the poor and developing countries. There are many countries in Africa, they are commuting rail through the support from the China only, one belt, one road or whatever. Till some time back, Brazil was in a phase to sign one belt, one road initiative from the China. But since Chinese president did not arrive in the BRICS nation, it avoided. Otherwise, all BRICS countries are signing one belt, one road. Means Chinese company will go there under this banner, one belt, one road, and they will construct infrastructure out there. China is giving loan to the poor country the way IMF, International Monetary Fund, and World Bank is giving loan. China is giving loan in same manner. No? Okay, there is a country called Serbia. Serbia is a country in Europe, southwest of the Europe, Serbia. Around the Serbia, there are many small countries. Bosnia Herzegovina, Croatia, Serbia, Kosovo, Montenegro. Okay, these are there are other countries also. Not then it is Hungary, and then other countries are there. There are many small countries. I believe then there is a I'm forgetting the name. After Greece, there is one more country is there. There is one more country also there. There are many countries there. After Greece, northwest of the Greece, okay, there is a Lebanon. I forget the name. There is a country there. Okay, from there there are a bunch of countries: Bosnia, Herzegovina, Serbia, Kosovo, Croatia. Like that, there are many countries out there. We are talking about Serbia. Okay, Serbia. Serbia is a country where the infrastructure development is required, and there is a stretch of 30-kilometer road that was required, and it is in highly terrain region. Highly terrain region means only mountainous region is there, and no one was taking the contract to make the road out there. It was extremely important for Serbia for its infrastructure development, and China did it. Okay, China did it not in a contract manner. That they went for contract, and Chinese company took the contract and finished it. Not in that fashion. China completed it in a kind of one belt, one road initiative. Means more or less, China helped Serbia in growing its infrastructure. That is the concept here. China is serving many countries who are coming an umbrella of China. They are funding them as a loan or whatever or as a grant, and then they are developing. Chinese companies are going there and they are developing their infrastructure division there. Okay, so we are talking about a 30-kilometer line section that is will connect more or less Belgrade. I forget the name of the country where Belgrade is. Their very famous country. Belgrade to the kind of at Mediterranean Ocean. So one road will come from Belgrade to Mediterranean. There, one stretch of road was missing. That China helped Serbia to develop that, or China developed that under one belt, one road initiative, more or less similar to USAID program. Anyway, I have something written that I'll read it. Okay, with this now question is arising that how long monopoly of America would sustain. The way America is showing its hegemony, America is showing its bulliness everywhere. It is dropping bomb here and there in Iran or something like that. How long it will go? On the ground, all countries are connecting to China. Chinese work are cheaper and better quality. So every country is moving toward China rather than US where expenditure is very high. Okay, in that fashion, there is a country called Serbia. So Serbia, there is a road in Serbia that goes from Prelzina to Pozega, Prezlina to Pozega, and it is in a kind of a mountainous region. 30.1 kilometer road is required. And why this required? Because this road connects the kind of Belgrade to Monterrey. Okay, it connects Belgrade to Montenegro. This road, 30-kilometer stretch road, it connects to Belgrade. It connects to Belgrade to Montenegro. Okay, Montenegro's bar port. There is a bar port in Montenegro. Montenegro is a country that Al- Albania. There is a country called Albania out there. Okay, So Greece, Albania, Montenegro, Croatia, Kosovo, Bosnia, Herzegovina. These are very small country out there. Okay, so this road would connect the kind of Belgrade to Montenegro. Belgrade is north to south. It will connect Montenegro. Okay, Montenegro's Bar port. Belgrade is a town. Bar port. This road will connect. Anyway, that will strengthen the regional connectivity between Romania, Serbia, Montenegro, and Italy. So that work China did under Belt and Road Initiative whatsoever. China has a company called China Communication Construction Company, CCCC. China Communication Construction Company, and that company actually it did the work. Now, 3 4 days back, there was the inauguration of the last section of this road, and last section of this road was from from Paco Vrel to Pozega. So road is actually 30-kilometer road is from Prelzina to Pozega. So for Prelzina to Pozega, the last section that is from Paco Vrel to Pozega. This section is completed now. This road is called E730 E 763 highway or something like that. E763 Milos Veliki Highway. That is the name of this road. Okay, so China completed it, and in that they built two tunnels, and those two tunnels are the longest tunnel in Serbia now. One tunnel is Mun, Munjno Brodo Tunnel, Munjno Brodo Tunnel, and that is 2,861 meter, 2.8 kilometer, very long. And another tunnel is large tunnel, that is 2,858 meter. These two tunnels are longest tunnel in Serbia now that China built. Okay, now with the inauguration of the second section that happened near the Brodo Tunnel at the mouth or mouth of the Brodo Tunnel, okay, their inauguration of this section happened, or more or less full highway happened, and there the ambassador of the China in the Serbia, Mr. Li Ming, he was present there, and President of Serbia, Mr. Alexander Alexander, okay, Vucic, I believe Alexander Vucic, both were present there. Now, Mr. Li Ming from the China, he is saying that this was very difficult project and it was extremely important in connectivity of these four countries, that is Romania, Serbia, Montenegro, and Italy. It connects Belgrade to the Montenegro bar port. This section of road was extremely mountainous, and 233 kilometer tunnel has to be dug out. So that was not possible by anyone. So under our program, we helped Serbia. How much it cost? It cost around $520 million. $520 million it did cost. Either China gave that Serbia as a grant or as a loan, whatever. But China finished it on its own. So this is the new China that is replacing America now. In Africa, there are many countries where Chinese railway is running now with the help of China. Very few people know. Chinese railway is commuting in Sri Lanka also. There is news that Bangladesh has also signed contract with China under One Belt One Road initiative, where Chinese company will come and they will build the infrastructure of the Bangladesh. So there are high chance that C909 aeroplane of the China new aeroplane, which is till now in 10 years it has not made any accident like Boeing is making accident every month or something like that. That is, there is no history of accident of C909. Probably in the indigenous aeroplane, means in the domestic aeroplane, everywhere C909 would replace the Boeing or Airbus. China is replacing everything now. This is what the new scenario, and every country is switching from American side to Chinese side. Let's see how long it would go, because it is creating very big heat now. Because when it is changing, it is something like that summer to winter. Sun is coming from the south side to north side, or north side to south side. It is changing its side. Or moon is from the bright side to dark side, 14 days bright, 14 days dark. It is changing like that. So a lot of heat is being generated, and because of that problem, only Donald Trump is making rules day by day, so that America would come to the first spot the way it used to be. It is not that easy now, because the culture what Chinese government is cultivating in China among the people of science and technology, that culture is missing in America. That used to be there earlier. Everywhere it was science and technology. America means science and technology. That culture China has cultivated, government has cultivated in the country. That culture is missing in America. I believe American government would understand this, and then we will see real competition. But now there is no competition, and this is how it is.